This is the solution to WEX 261. Okay, so we've got to do these three things. So then for part A, the natural domain the left-hand side offers no restriction, but the right-hand side requires that 5w plus 84 has to be greater than or equal to 0. So then 5w has to be greater than or equal to negative 84. So w has to be greater than or equal to negative 16.8. So then, as in interval notation, that would be negative 16.8 to infinity, and as an interval, like this. Okay, so then for part B, this is where we're supposed to do our algebraic operations. So I'll take both sides and square both sides. Now the problem, so on the one hand, this is something that we must do, more or less, because we want to get the w's. The problem is that there's w's in the radical and also outside of the radical. But squaring both sides does not preserve logical value, so that could be a problem. So I'll just leave a little note to myself that says that I did something that was possibly questionable to have done. So the left-hand side is w squared, and the right-hand side 5w plus 84. Okay, so then we can move all the terms to the left-hand side, say, to get this. And we want to solve that, so what? We'll do that. Let's use the calculator. So 84 over 14? Yeah. Okay, so then 14 and 6, no, that won't do it. What do we want? 84, oops, 84 over 21, no, is it just 7? Yeah, just 7, okay. So 7 and 12 will do it. So then we have w, I'll write them both as minus for a second, so minus 7 w minus 12. Of course they can't both be minus, we need one of them to be plus, so then because that's negative, that means that we want this one to be plus. Alright, so then we have the product of these two things equal to 0, so then there's two possibilities, that w plus 7 is 0, or w minus 12 is 0. So w could be negative 7, or w could be 12. So these are the candidates. Now, strictly speaking, the reason why those are candidates is because the natural domain is not all reals, it's just a subset of them, and furthermore, the very first thing I had to do was questionable, so that means that these are only candidates. We need to confirm or deny these. So for part C, we'll do some checks. So I'll check negative 7 first, so check. I'll check x is -7. No, w, right? W is -7. So is it in the domain? Yes. It's in the domain because -16.8 is even less than -7. Does it satisfy the original equation? So it's the original one. That's to say that one. Well, let's check. So that would be -7 is the square root of 5 times -7 plus 84. Now 5 times -7 is -35 plus 84 is 49. So that would be -7 is square root 49. So -7 is 7, which of course is false. Therefore, w equal to -7 is not a solution. In the end, the reason why it's not going to be a solution is because of this very first thing that we did. Because even though this equation, -7 equals 7, is false, if you square both sides, then it is true. That's why it shows up as a possibility. So now we'll check the other one, w is 12. Well, is it in the domain? Yes. Does it satisfy the original equation? Well, 12 equal to square root of 5 times 12 plus 84. Well, that's 60 plus 84 is 144, so that'd be 12 is square root of 144. So 12 is 12, which is true, and we can say therefore w equal to 12 is a solution.